Starts now.
We continue to follow major breaking news this weekend. An arrest in one of Northeast Ohio's most mysterious and baffling cold cases. The murder of a beloved nurse and mother, Aliza Sherman. Good evening, I'm Vic Gideon. Caitlin McCarthy is off tonight. More than 12 years after the brutal stabbing attack, her attorney, Gregory Moore, is now in jail right now, charged with murder, conspiracy, kidnapping, arrested by U.S. Marshals in Texas yesterday. Tonight, we're diving deeper into how prosecutors built their case and came up with a possible motive. Here's Michelle Nix.
This 7-page indictment details how former Cleveland attorney turned murder suspect Gregory Moore's use of technology left a trail of evidence that helped investigators solve the puzzling murder of Aliza Sherman 12 years later. Aliza Sherman was in the midst of a contentious divorce on March 24th of 2013 when a masked attacker cloaked in all black chased her down, stabbed the nurse and mother 11 times, murdering her on Erie View Plaza in downtown Cleveland, just outside of her divorce attorney's office. On Friday, Gregory Moore, Sherman's former divorce lawyer, was arrested by U.S. Marshals near Austin, Texas, and charged with kidnapping and killing Sherman, according to Marshal Pete Elliott.
He is in custody. He's in the Williamson County Jail in Georgetown, Texas. We expect him to be extradited back here probably within the next 2 weeks at some point.
A fresh mugshot taken now that he's facing a 10-count indictment from the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office that includes aggravated murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy charges. According to the indictment, Moore allegedly disconnected his cellular phone from the Verizon cellular network. The effect of this was to disable the phone from making and receiving calls and to disable the phone from creating cell tower location evidence. Those court documents drop a bombshell saying that Moore hatched a plan to murder Sherman, his own client, months before her death, to make her unavailable for court and avoid starting a trial in her divorce case. The Cuyahoga County prosecutor says the purpose of Aliza Sherman's kidnapping was to obstruct Judge Rosemary Gerdina Gold from conducting the trial in the divorce case of Sanford Sherman versus Aliza Sherman. Investigators note that this was, quote, a pattern of behavior Moore exhibited to delay court appearances. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office was already investigating Moore's cell phone usage in 2012 when bomb threats were called into local courthouses where Moore was scheduled to be in trial. In 2017, Moore's law license was suspended and he spent 6 months in jail after he was charged with felony-inducing panic related to those bomb threats. He was also accused of lying to the FBI in relation to Aliza Sherman's murder. Investigators say Moore claimed he was in the office waiting on Sherman the day she was murdered, but they have evidence to prove he was not in his office. Moore also allegedly tried to throw investigators off by texting Sherman repeatedly after the deadly attack as if he had no idea what happened. He's expected in Cuyahoga County Court on May 16th. Reporting in Cleveland, Michelle Nix, 19 News.
You can count on our continuing coverage as the story develops in the coming days, weeks, months, however long it takes. We're going to stay on top of this anyway. So anytime you need breaking news, you can find it first on the 19 News app.